Hey guys, it's Kage Tack coming at you for perhaps a very magical video. So, I had gotten DM'd earlier about the explanation slash debacle fix for the HRE that happened with the points. The person seemed pretty upset about it because, well, they hoarded a lot of energy, and I was like, you know what? Let me wait till I get home. Let me finish my workout. I'll pop on. I'll take a look at it for the first time, and I'll weigh in on it. And what we'll see what exactly they're doing, if it seems, just or fair or whatever in case, at least balanced to fix everything. And my thoughts on it are, because ultimately this is definitely going to, I think, change our results for our comparison video once we do our end of event one for this. So I'm really like, okay, it's interesting on that end. We'll have some different data points, different things to pick apart. And just to give you an idea, like even right now, I mean, I've literally, without, I know I'm spoiling this a little bit, but it's kind of relevant to the topic. I already have the character unlocked. I've done barely anything. I've done a couple of missions. I'm still plugging away. I haven't done even the $10 offer on this one, which I don't even know if I really need to do it at all this time around because of what happened here. So to some extent, I may end up saving some money and get the character to maybe even epic by just doing, maybe 250 refreshes. So in itself, that's going to have some potential damage. Or it may even help people get to Legendary who normally wouldn't get to Legendary at all. But, alright, let's take a look at this. A long explanation for a short point problem. Well, I mean, to be honest, I think I got like 5,000 points or something. I don't know if everybody got the same, but I remember logging in, looking at my points after doing some refreshes, and I'm like, this is weird. I'm up several thousand points, and I got a bunch of boxes already, and it's like, was this counting stuff earlier? What was going on here? But alright, let's take a look. Hey Tacticians, TLDR for players in a hurry. Leaderboard is going to look weird. Some of you will get in-game mail with blood drops. Okay, well, I get that. Did I get any extras? Let's see. No, I haven't seen anything yet. Okay. Alright, so we'll wait on that. Okay, so now let's go look back here. Long version, when Lucian's been kicked off, some of you experienced a weird moment where you suddenly got a bunch of extra points, or thirst points, maybe unlocked a couple of chests at once. This is because the game started tracking. Okay. And gave you credit for those things all at once. It was just a bug, one we've already fixed. The trouble is that messed up the leaderboards, particularly for people who save up energy leading. Yes. So I was like, I'm going to save up energy for this event, and then the survival thing happened, and I basically had to work on some super marines, so I didn't get to even save for this event. So I'm like, I can't be salty on that one. The game literally was like, well, you're going to have to up your marines a bit, your ultramarines, or you're going to have a bad time. And I upped a little healer, and I still had a bad time, but still, at least, well, yeah, it is what it is. Okay, so let's see. Your trouble is it messed up leaderboards, blah, 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 and therefore it's messed up the planning and math that some of our most intense tacticians do. Case in point, I am going to be very curious to see what the results for everybody looks like. In fact, I may not even throw some money in because, well, you may have, offset things enough for me to just be like, oh, I'll just do some refreshes and call it a day, and I'll still get, like, Epic Lucian or whatever. So, yeah, I mean, this doesn't seem like it's good for anybody in that regard, but okay. Blah, blah, blah. While we didn't necessarily mean for you to play the game that way, we do recognize that you do. Yeah, well, yeah, no, I mean, the developer-player thing, developers have one idea in mind, or maybe 2 or 3 ways to play, and then players will come along and find 7 or 8 ways to play the game, and that's, that's just the nature of things, so I get that. Just taking away the pre-event points is not the solution for a number of boring and technical reasons, so this is our new plan, which, I mean, even if they could take away the event points, like, I unlocked the character already. How would they undo the character unlock? It sounds like it would be a complete shit show to try and even do that. So, yeah. Okay, that I get. All right, well, let's keep going on here. One, we're going to divorce the leaderboard points from the ranking map. The leaderboard ranks will be based only on points earned during the event. The leaderboard points totals will continue to reflect points earned before the event began. Therefore, it will be possible to have more points than someone ranked higher than you. The leaderboard displayed is hard-coded in ways that we cannot change for this one situation. So, I mean, if I'm understanding that correctly, and somebody in the comments, please do correct me, it's essentially, even though we hoarded this energy, if people spent a bunch before, it's only going to count from when the event started, or is it going to count after this fix came into place? Because if people pushed in a lot of energy between that, that bug time and the fix time, I could understand the outrage there. If that's the case, and I may be misunderstanding this, I'm not sure, because again, I didn't have anything stockpiled. I didn't go crazy on this event. I just was doing my normal stuff, and I'm like, oh, I got boxes. Okay, Santa came early this year. So okay, so therefore, it would be possible to have more points than someone ranked higher than you. Leaderboard displayed. This is hard-coded in ways that we cannot change for this one situation. All right, cool. 2, we're going to look at the difference between your position on the old busted leaderboard rankings and the new fixed leaderboard rankings. If you have a higher position on the busted leaderboard, we are going to leave you alone because it was our mistake. If you have a higher position on the fixed leaderboard, we will send you several in-game gifts to acknowledge you should have been better off in terms of daily rewards. Okay, I mean, that makes sense. Okay. I mean, I know this one guy was probably like expecting me to have fire and brimstone, because again, this is my initial reaction. I'm just reading this now as we go, but so far, I'm not seeing anything wrong with this. I mean, yeah, I mean, people like myself in this case, I benefited most likely. I'll raise my hand here. I'm part of that, little. I most likely benefited because I didn't have any energy stockpiled, so I definitely got out scot-free, and I probably saved $20 to $30, or $10 to $20, or $10 to $30, So, yeah, thank you, Snowprint. Okay, let's keep going. Oh, boy. Okay, so it won't be perfect, but we understand how you play, and we want to at least get you closer to your forecasted performance. So stay tuned for the in-game message. It says, please do not send any tickets when you see the leaderboard weirdness, and keep playing the event as normal. Okay, we are already planning another survival event with everything we learned from this one. Stay tuned for this survey. And they end it with like a little tease that we're going to get another survival event. So, okay. So normally, I'm going to do something a little bit different here. If you made it to the end of this analysis, instead of putting a code on the screen, now, I did try to get you guys something a little bit better than what I got you this month. I tried to get you some Titus shards instead. But I said I couldn't do that because, obviously the event and the characters going on, that, what would be like the second best in this situation. And it's our little white healer dude in Sizes or whatever. I don't even know the guy's name. I mean, heck, I got him to G1 before this event. He was sitting pretty low on the totem pole. So the code for this one is my name, Kage, and survival. And the reason I'm saying this out loud is because I know people skim through this for the code and everything, and they see the words and everything on there. And I'm just going to see how this goes. I know it'll still be up there in like half an hour or less on Discord and everything. I get it. I know you guys like to do that. It is what it is. I can't control that at all. But again, if you guys maybe my challenge last time was a little too excessive, but I don't know if we could go like, oh, nah, I'm not even gonna do a challenge on it. You know what? If I'm not even gonna try this time. I think I'm already messing with some people enough by not putting the code on a full display. So when people skim this and get to this point of the video, they're not gonna. They may not even realize what's going on. So yeah, I don't know. Overall, I mean, depending on what the initial reward is gonna be to kind of offset this problem, it's really tough for me to say how good or bad this is. I mean, they're at least, they've acknowledged it. They're looking to fix it, and they've realized the limitations of what they can and can't do. So, I mean, overall, there's not really a whole lot more you could ask for outside of, well, this shouldn't have happened in the first place, which, yeah, I agree with, but stuff happens. And I am very curious to see if perhaps with the next survival event, we're going on a little tangent here, if maybe that one will be in a time where there's not as much going on and we can do more than one in a day. Because if we didn't have everything else going on with this HRE and, Guild Wars coming up and everything, I'd be okay to do more than one of these survivals a day. The mode is interesting. I just don't have the characters for it leveled up enough to really make an impact, and it is what it is. I went AdMech. AdMech's not part of this. I have some chaos that are decently upgraded and some Xenos that are currently upgraded pretty well, but not. I don't have any Ultramarines really pumped up there, or any of these characters. So I mean, at best, G1, S1 units. And, I'm only going to get so far. So, it is what it is there. But I am curious what your guys' thoughts are on this. And if you do get compensation at some point, throw it into this video comments here. Let me know. I am curious to see what you get. If you think it's, just for the situation. And what do you think they should have done? I'm curious to see what your guys' thoughts are on how they should have handled the compensation. Was this adequate? Was this not adequate? I'm very, very curious on that, because I've seen some game studios really mess up some things before, and their response was abysmal. Here, pretty good. I say 7 out of 10. 7, 8 out of 10, somewhere in there. It's not bad for it overall. But again, I'd have to see or know about what they do on the back end for compensation to really kind of make people whole. So we'll see what happens there. But overall, main takeaway from this is we are going to have a very interesting comparison video at the end. I am looking forward to seeing what the ramifications are for this, and if people actually get a blue star HRE unit from it, if they go really hard with the adjustments here with the the padded extra boxes, or if you do get legendary for $20 or $30, but of course that video, as always, we'll look at that and we'll collect that data towards the end of the event, and we'll see what happens there. But well, with that being said, this has been a different video, and I do again thank the person for wanting me to look into this and actually do this, because again, I am the guy who will get my hands dirty. I will speak my mind. If I think something's BS, I'm going to call it out. And if I think it's fair, I'll say why. And if you want to counterpoint me or tell me your thoughts and they clash, cool. I'm cool with it. What do I care? It's good to see a different point of view, because maybe there's something I missed, or maybe there's something else they could have done. But anyway, I will catch you guys on the next one. And again, if you remember what I said earlier, there is a goodie here for you. You just have to put 1 + 1 together to get that 2 there. So you got this. You already know who I am, and you already know the new mode. Put them together, and you get profit. Anywho, see you on the next one, guys. Peace.